We're talking about distracted driving today. So first of all, does our state have enough to prevent distracted driving? So since I am in China, the state is under the law of the country, so I'm gonna be talking about the Chinese laws. So why is distracting important? Because distracting while driving is really important to know and not to do because if you drive distractedly, it may cause danger to you and danger to your passengers if you run into a car crash or anything like that. And if there's someone on the street which you didn't notice because you're distracted, you may cause accidents that affects others other than you. So this is a thing to know because this is a tragic to happen if anything happens like this. So first of all, what driving law do we have in China? So the law 20 says the driver has to train and understand the law of regarding to driving. So by that they mean the training as in skills of driving, including backing up your cars, going through ramps and stuff like that, and starting on ramps and things like that. So the basic skills you need to have for driving. And understanding for driving is that you have to know all the laws and all the situations that you run into, who's responsible for what in which situation. You have to know all of that before you can get the driver's lessons. And the law 22 is driving responsibly. By that, they mean that driving civilly and responsibly to, you know what you should do, by all the laws and driving according to the laws. And you shall not drive when you are drinking, eating, or taking drugs, or in any medication, or you're having any disabilities of driving safely. You should avoid driving. And by Law 24, the safety official's right to charge means that the right to reduce your points and give you fines and even potentially give you a trial in jail for up to 15 days if you are drinking drunk driving. By that, if you got caught being driving distractedly, you may face a charge. It doesn't even have to be a police that catch you. So the questionable areas is a method of catching distracted driving. So since the front of the windshield is completely transparent because intransparent windshield is illegal in China, we have set up surveillance cameras that look through the windshield and look at the driver and to see what the driver is doing. So they will auto detect your hands, like is it both on the driver's wheel. But if it is not, they will look at what you're doing, and if you're like looking at your phone, calling or eating or drinking or something like that, they will give you a charge or a fine or a ticket. So the lack of laws might be another problem people might think of because they might think that there's not enough laws and maybe the strength of laws is not enough. But the number of laws really can't be too much because when there are too much laws, people might not remember all of the laws. Since when there's too much, it's hard to remember, and this may cause a lot of drivers to violate some rules and laws, and too many drivers will have no qualification for driving, so it is really not applicable. And in strength of laws, it really cannot be too hard because being too hard will have a negative social effect. By that I means there was a case where a guy scratching his face was caught in the surveillance camera and he was being fined. And this thing blew up in the social media, causing a reduce in number of laws and strength of laws. And thank you. This is it. And this is a further document.